as you saw in the title, I am not in a good mood right now. So this has to do with getting insurance at the warehouse. For the last week and a half, I have been attempting to replace the liability policy that was canceled. I originally got insurance when I moved into that place, and a couple months into it, they said, oh, well, we're redoing underwriting or something. I can't remember exactly what happened, but basically they've canceled my policy and they're not going to renew it. I'm like, okay, no big deal. I'll just call a few other places. Well, it turns out the place I'm leasing the warehouse from wants this, what do they call it? Waiver of subrogation, which is basically this insane thing, which is apparently standard. But it's this insane thing that holds harmless the property owner up to and including willful destruction of property or gross negligence that results in total loss. Which means if they do something dumb or intentionally do something to completely destroy everyone's property, they can't be held liable in any way. Your own insurance has to cover it, and your insurance company is not allowed to go after their insurance company. News to me, apparently this is a standard business thing, but since I'm not running a business, they can't write me a policy with that waiver. They're like, absolutely not. There's no insurance company on earth that will write a policy with that waiver for a personal liability or whatever. So I got a hold of a business risk management person, and apparently they took down all the information and submitted everything to like 80 different companies. But somewhere along the way, it got into the mix that I make YouTube videos. Over 80 different companies replied something to this effect. Based on the applicant's YouTube videos, they do wheelchair assembly and installation, which we will not be able to consider even on a premises liability only basis. So because I work on wheelchairs and show people how to do it, they're like, no, absolutely not. No coverage. I don't even know what to say. There is one potential company that is willing, I guess, to write a policy. Here's the thing. I don't have customers. I'm the only person in that place. I don't have meetups. I don't sell anything. I basically don't make any money with that space. I make videos at a loss on how to repair wheelchairs. Just for clarification, the reason this is such a big problem for me is because I'm not running a business. And also apparently because I fix wheelchairs. But if I was already paying thousands of dollars a month for general business insurance and had like a liability umbrella policy, it would cover the warehouse space, no problems at all. But because I'm not spending a whole bunch of money every month and I'm not running a business, it makes things a little bit tricky. And personal policies, like I said, there's no way they will do that waiver of subrogation on a personal policy. So that's kind of the problem here. It's trying to get insurance on a space that's not for business use, but we kind of have to make it into business use so I can get a policy for it. Anyways, everyone else, when they move in, like all the different companies and different types of things that are using this business park, they just send a copy of their current policies and maybe have them sign the waiver and they're good to go. But it doesn't apply to me, I guess. Well, not I guess. I once again, not running a business. Meh. We're getting into the weeds here with this rant, but I think this one company will write me a policy for liability only, which does not cover any of my stuff. That's a whole completely other thing that I'm gonna have to deal with later. But I guess I have to pay these guys up front 1 year in advance. No refunds under any circumstance. I think it's somewhere around $1,000, which I guess isn't too bad, but like I don't have $1,000 laying around to do that. So anyways, the last week and a half, I haven't really been doing much. Whatever. So you may have noticed this is Tuesday, probably late Tuesday night at this point. I'm hopefully publishing this video. I decided to make 2 videos. And I'm going to explain that now. I'm so incredibly frustrated. And the people that own the business park that my warehouse is in, like, I'm kind of playing with fire here unintentionally, but like, they're this close to avoiding my lease. And if that happens, it's game over. The only reason I can live in a bus and do everything I do is because I have that warehouse to store all my things in and be able to film videos and stuff like that. But at this point, even if I tell them, no, I'm not going to film videos anymore, and I just wouldn't film videos in the warehouse. They're like, too bad. You said you might do that, and we now know it's a possibility. Therefore, we will not write you insurance policies. Anyways, I went out and went on a trail run. This video is not a trail run, but it's a video about making a video of a trail run. I'm frustrated. I don't know how else to put this. Who'd have thought that attempting to help out the world with wheelchair repair and whatnot would cause so many problems? Anyways, next clip. I think you're supposed to cover your camera with your hand. Is that the thing? I'll just push the button. All right. Today we're going to run another trail, but it's not going to be in this video and not in the way you think. The last week or so, a little bit of background, has been, well, more interesting than usual. I'll explain more about it later, but I haven't had time to do anything other than make phone calls and argue with people and send paperwork and sign documents and pay fees for things for absolutely nothing. But what we're going to do, for a little while, I've been wanting to sort of do, I don't know what to call it yet, like quiet trail ride or silent trails, or I don't know. I'll come up with some sort of name for it. But the idea is some of these trails, like this one here, I think it's 8 miles total out and back, like 4 each direction. You've seen this trail a whole bunch of times. Probably see it out there. But the idea is I just put on a camera like this, then I just run the trail. I don't say anything. The only sounds are the ambient noises of nature and whatever squeaks and rattles my chair has. And I figure it's one of those things where people can just kind of enjoy the scenery and stuff out here. I wasn't expecting it to be quite this busy here today. More people are pulling in, so anyways, I'm gonna get started here and we'll explain this later. I'm hoping that this cone here actually works because parking lot's getting kind of full and I'm not gonna be able to get back in my van if someone else parks here. Also, not quite sure what's going on here. Random camper with cones around it. Meh. Okay, so it's about 5:30 right now, and I think sunset's maybe in an hour and a half or 2 hours, or I don't know, something, but we might catch a little bit of sunset on the way back. But yeah, it's 4 miles out. Got the camera set up here so you can see the preview on that. That's the Hero 9 Black. So I'm just getting the angle set right. And the plan is not to talk to anyone on the trail. If there are a bunch of people or something like that, I'll probably just pause this video and continue on. Oh, by the way, when we're done with all this, I got some packages to open. I filmed a little bit opening some boxes the other day, but I don't think the footage actually recorded. So anyways, this video is going to be released at the same time as this one that you're watching. I may not actually publish it as far as like send out notifications. So there'll be a link down in the description for that video and also at the end of this one. But anyways, let's get going here. Let me reset my mileage real quick. All right, cool. I think we are ready to go. We're about 3/4 of the way done with the trip, which would be halfway back on the return trip. I think this has been working pretty well. I just had to stop and swap out the battery pack I was using, but we're here by this dam that I forget the name of. But yeah, this has been kind of nice. And oddly, it hasn't been as difficult as I thought with the Tourette's to keep quiet and not make any noise while I'm recording on this thing. So anyways, yeah, we're about to sunset, or it's almost sunset. So gotta get back to the bus and show you a few things that I've been working on or something. I don't know. My brain is scrambled. Well, our cone seems to have functioned as designed. I'm curious where these people ended up. They left before I did, and they were on bicycles. I did not see them the entire time I was out, and there really aren't any side trails at all that you could ride a bike down. I mean, unless you had a pretty hardcore mountain bike, but they didn't. So, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna get back and get all this footage dumped onto the computer and start working on that. I think we're gonna call it Soundscape Trail Rides, maybe? I don't know, we'll figure it out. Okay, let's take a look here at what we've got going on. Oh, did my light burn out in here? I put an LED bulb in here. Apparently it's burnt out. Here, I've got a flashlight. There we go. So I wound up flipping the tanks around so that all the connections are on this end. I had them facing the other way before, but I had to pull them back because I needed room for the pump and everything else. But I've got the filter block there. That is for filling the tanks. And there's another spin down filter that's going to go on there as well. Actually, I think I have some clips of this. Yeah, I'll just play the clips that I filmed while I was sitting in here. But yeah, we've got the pump and the accumulator tank. Yeah, so making progress. And there's still a decent amount of room in here for other stuff, like hot water heater and all that. Yeah. All right, I'm coming to you live from the rear luggage bay in this bus. So I decided to flip these tanks around because this way I can butt them all the way up against that far door. And I've got room over here, including this giant wooden panel, which I shouldn't need to open very often. But it gives me a spot to mount our pump, our accumulator. This is gonna be our freshwater tank. That's the input to the pump through the strainer there. And then this here is our filter block for filling this tank from a garden hose. There's actually one more spin down filter that's gonna be going in this loop. But yeah, so anyways, making progress. Sweet. All right, we're just doing a basic leak check right now. No, probably should have put the hose inside of that. Not sure what I was thinking there. But our filter block here has been flushed, and we are now just putting some water into this tank, and we're gonna make sure all these fittings are tight and everything. I still don't have the output going anywhere yet. Yeah, that's gonna come later once we get the plumbing up inside the bus, which, let's see. I think this is basically right under the bed right here. Which, well, I need to start measuring some stuff, but the idea is the shower's back there, back that way up above, probably about 5 feet. So our plumbing is gonna go, our fresh water is gonna go up through here, and then our drain's gonna come back down for the shower and the sink that's going in here. This should be roughly right underneath where the sink is going. Yeah, so the water you can see here is actually fairly clear. The well here where I'm at, sorry about the music, it's kind of radiating in here. But the well here where I'm at has a very high iron content. But these things are supposed to take care of that. I will eventually get the spin down filter on here, just to prevent any sediment or whatnot. But yeah, looks like we're coming through here pretty clear. Sweet! Well, anyways, it was a nice little trail run. I'm gonna work on getting that video edited now. I think I said earlier I'm gonna release it at the same time as this vlog, but I'm not going to have it push out notifications. So you might see it in your feed, or you'll have to look for the link that is at the end of this video or down in the description. I think I need food again. Oh, we gotta open some boxes. Let's do that real quick. I guess it was strange, long, skinny box day at Amazon. We've got two of these things that are oddly shaped. I'm sure whatever's in there did not necessitate a box that looks like this, but let's find out. I'm assuming this is from the gift list because I did not order anything. Okay, lots of packing material. Oh, it's the redonkulously long screwdrivers. Thank you. Okay, so the other box is on the floor. So until you start working on a lot of random stuff, you won't realize how incredibly necessary, plastic noises, how incredibly necessary screwdrivers like this are. Yeah, being able to reach down inside things. Actually, I've got an air cleaner sitting back there. It was a freestanding floor one, but I need to convert it to mount like horizontally under the luggage bays here. And all the screws inside that thing are, well, we'll need probably at least this much of the screwdriver. So I'm assuming those are the Phillips and flathead. These are the other ones. Here I am complaining about Amazon and their packaging. Turns out these boxes were totally justified with their size. Aha! There's the rest of them. So this should be, I think, assorted Torx. Yeah, so we got different Torx drivers here. And a magnetizer slash demagnetizer. Interesting. All right, cool. Well, thank you for buying me these screwdrivers. The air quality in here will appreciate it, or I'll appreciate the air quality, or some way of saying thank you. Yeah. This camera did not record audio for over half of the 2-hour voyage that I went on. The entire point of the whole thing was the sound of the river and all the freaking birds and crickets and stuff. This is one of those times where, like, the last few days have just been so incredibly stressful and insane that it's just like, of course, yeah, I'm not even mad. There's like 30-something gigs of footage on here, and only half of it has audio. Of course, GoPro. Of course. I'm gonna walk away from this for a bit. I want to throw that camera as hard as I can. Actually, maybe I should. I've had that thing for a long time, and if it breaks, I can get a replacement. This is me appearing to be retaining composure. Okay, well, now I have no idea what this vlog is even going to be about, so I'll probably just publish it anyways. Once again, I'm not in a very good mood, but hey, you know, stuff like this happens, and there's always tomorrow. Ugh. Okay, sounds of rummaging. Some more stuff has come in from the gift list. And yes, I'm recording this after everything else already. It didn't take me very long to fix my brain. You know, that's just the thing, like, any of you that have watched this channel for any amount of time and seen how many times I've had to move and, like, all the random weird things that go on, I mean, I'm definitely a magnet. I always have been. I don't know why. Problems always find me. And there's a few people that like to point out how that's my fault, but I'll contraire them on for air. I find it interesting because the more annoying and stupid things that happen, the more of a chance you have to tell interesting stories or figure out how to deal with those things. It's mostly about how you deal with stuff. But anyways, this has arrived. It's the red phone. You may remember this from such live streams as, I don't remember the title, but anyways, we put this on the gift list during the stream and someone bought it. Thank you, by the way. Has this cool little red light on it. This one does have an electronic ringer. Oh, man. And I think it's from a hotel because it's got 2 ports on the back. There's line and there's one that says data. I think this is from the dial-up era. I thought maybe at first I could swap the internals out and put the other phone that I have with the, like, mechanical ringer and stuff in here, but it turns out the chassis is different on this and you can't really do that. But I don't care. I got one of these here Magic Jack things. Probably shouldn't have bought it from Goodwill. I went to activate it and apparently the money went on someone else's account. So that was like another $46 that just disappeared. But the idea is we're going to put it inside this phone, and I have a way via wireless and some other stuff that will fit inside here to just have a self-contained phone that I can carry around, and it can just ring. It'll probably have a little antenna sticking out the back. But maybe we have enough subscribers now that I can bring back the Totally Normal voicemail or whatever. I tried it a while back, but there wasn't enough people watching to really, you know, get too many crazy phone calls. The idea with that was not like a helpline. I think that's what people thought it was. But it's just a random phone line that you can call and leave a message about whatever, any sort of insane rants or things, or prank calls, or I don't know. But anyways, I think we're going to use this for that, and maybe some other things. I don't know. It's little things, little random projects like this that make me smile, that I try to continue to spend time on, and maybe a little bit of money, just because, I don't know, everything else is so weird. Seriously, how awesome would it be just be running around with this phone in your lap and it friggin' rings and you can answer it? Or someone comes up and says, hey, can I use your phone? And you're like, sure. And they pick this up and there's like a dial tone and they're like confused. I like to put people in a state of confusion where they don't know how to respond. Usually if they don't know if they should be really angry or be hilariously laughing, because that's how you use that word in a sentence. So anyways, yeah, wasted half the day filming stuff with this GoPro. I thought it would be a cool idea. I will attempt to do it again later. You guys have seen that trail a bazillion times in different videos, but a lot of people like the trail runs, and I thought just having something with just the nature sounds and just the sounds that are ambient around that area, you can put it on to play for like 2 hours, and you know, I thought that'd be kind of neat. So anyways, let me know if you like the idea. I don't really care. I'm going to do it anyways. I think I'm going to replace this camera. It turns out it doesn't have to be damaged. I can just tell them I want a new one and they'll send me one. I think I have to pay them like $50 or something, but oh, the insurance, I just thought about it. I think we're good. I got someone that is willing to give me like $1,000 freaking dollars to pay these space cowboys. Right now, the main thing is I just need to get the owners of the property off my back. And later, I will worry about all of my stuff and getting a new policy to cover that. Let me tell you, trying to get wheelchairs insured is extremely difficult. Even if it's just parts or whatever. I mean, 2 houses ago, I tried to put at least my 2 main wheelchairs on my renter's insurance policy, and it turned into this whole crazy thing where they wanted serial numbers and all this stuff. I finally was just like, okay, no, never mind. Because, like, they want the retail value, which the Bounder's like $40-something thousand, and this chair is close to that. So, I don't know. I'll get it figured out. By the way, if you're an insurance underwriter and you're watching this video and you made it all the way to the end, thank you. I'm hoping throughout this process that some of these people that work at these 80 some odd different insurance companies are like, oh, maybe we should figure out how to not screw people over. I mean, I understand it's their company and not them or whatever, but like, come on. Anyways, I'm going to make some more food and finish editing this video and publish it. It's a mess. I don't care. That's what this channel is. It's just whatever's going on and repairing wheelchairs sometimes. But I'm not trying to get sued out of existence. Oh man, good times. I don't know. It seems kind of trivial, I guess. But the main thing is, like, if I don't have that warehouse, like, I can't do anything else. And you know, some people will be like, oh, why don't you get rid of all that stuff? It's like, okay, well, goodbye, YouTube, then. If I don't have any of that stuff, I can't make any videos. So, I'm being sarcastic. Anyways, thanks for watching. Catch you guys Thursday on the live stream. It's 9 o'clock Tuesday night right now. And I'm sure whatever time zone you're in, it's going to be the middle of the morning or night or whatever to, or when you get the notification or something. So once again, don't ring that bell unless you want to get woken up in the middle of the night, because that's what will happen. I'll see you guys Thursday. There seems to be random hallway donuts. I'm gonna leave them alone.